Hey, it's Ryan here. Sorry if it's a little loud, but you'll never guess where I'm at. I'm at the D23 convention, which happens every 2 years. Very exciting to attend to. But I'll let you explore with me, see what kind of surprises comes along. Okay? I get me to record and everything, so well, I'll see what I can do for you guys. Okay? And even me. Okay? I gotta have fun too.
Disneyland while sitting on a bench in Griffith Park. And Gary came up with a lot of jokes for his shows and scenes for his movies while sitting on those benches. And after he'd done a couple movies on the Disney lot, the studio gave him, which he loved by the way, the studio gave him his own bench, the Gary Marshall bench. And it's on the corner of Minnie Mouse Boulevard and Dopey Drive. And he loved that bench. And after he died, we went there and people had put flowers in it and little post-it notes that said thank you. And so I think that Walt and Gary would both want you all to sit on a bench and daydream, because you might just change the world.
So thank you so much. He would have been thrilled with this prestigious honor. He loved working for Disney. Thank you, Bob Iger. You were so supportive of him and Disney. Thank you so much. And he would have loved to be in the company of such incredible artists that are being honored today, who are passionate about their work as he was. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
In 1961, an explosion of new titles followed as Stan co-created an enormous roster of Marvel characters like The Amazing Spider-Man.
Peter Parker came from an effort on my part, knowing how I hate teenage sidekicks. I said, why not have a teenager who's a hero?
Stan gave his heroes real-world problems and human failings, firmly establishing the approach to storytelling Marvel would make forever famous.
Been known as a man of few words, but I've got to say, I was so thrilled to see that testimonial to Jack Kirby. So well deserved. Thank you. I'll go back a few years to a teenage boy, not even a teenager, a kid around 8 or 10, who loved to read everything he could get his hands on. In those days, he read the Hardy Boys, Tarzan, Sherlock Holmes, little books he could buy inexpensively. One day in a bookstore, he saw a book that was an expensive book. It was what they would have called a coffee table book to him. It was called The Art of Walt Disney. I was that boy, and I couldn't afford the book. And it drove me crazy. I wanted that book so badly. I saved my pennies, and after a few months, I bought The Art of Walt Disney. I loved that book so. I loved Walt Disney so. To me, he was more than a man. He was an inspiration. He was something to reach for, to be like him. And to think that today, I'm standing here in the house that Disney built, and we've paid tribute to Jack. And now we're talking about all the things of Disney's. It is so thrilling, I can't tell you. And I thank you all, and I thank you, Bob, for having me. And of course, I can't leave without saying, Excelsior!
come out for a swinging wake. Happy hunks materialize and begin to vocalize. Ring, ring, ghosts come out to socialize. Now close your eyes and don't try to hide, for a silly spook makes it by your side. Shrouded in a daft disguise, they pretend to terrorize. Grim grinning ghosts come out to socialize. As the moon climbs high over the dead oak trees, spooks arrive for a midnight spree. Creepy creeps with eerie eyes start to shriek and harmonize. Grim grinning ghosts come out to socialize. When you hear the knell of a requiem bell, weird glows gleam where spirits dwell. Restless bones etherealized, rise the spooks of every size. Grim grinning ghosts come out to socialize. Grim grinning ghosts come out to socialize.
Manufacturing and production arm in 1965 on one of the last attractions Walt Disney himself personally oversaw.
One of the first jobs I remember was we built the prototype auctioneer for Pirates.
Wayne's ingenuity in the development of audio animatronics created a rich fantasy world filled with entertaining and unbelievably lifelike characters.
You know, Walt wanted a shop where anybody could do anything, and we developed skins, the flexible face skins and the hand skins, and you know, they said it couldn't be done, and we didn't know different, so we did it.
Wayne brought his expertise east to Orlando, Florida, as the installation supervisor for Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom.
Many of the iconic features that have thrilled generations of guests and made it easier for us to keep them running in every park to the delight of millions and millions of visitors. His true impact and influence is measured in the countless smiles and memories of the families who visit our parks every day. It's been 15 years since he retired from Disney, but his work continues to be a great source of fun and joy. That lasting legacy makes his many contributions to our company priceless. It also makes him a Disney legend. So please welcome Disney legend, Wayne Jackson.
Thank you, Bob, and thank you for making me Disney Legend Committee, making me a legend. It is a tremendous honor. In my
You have to look forward to it.
Screenwriter,
These are businessmen. They have no knowledge of creative personalities.
and outspoken advocate.
If you declare something, it has less power over you, far less. Say your weak things in a strong voice.
Daughter of show business royalty, Carrie stepped into the spotlight at age 15, making her Broadway debut with her mother, actress and entertainer Debbie Reynolds. Carrie earned her first major film role in the comedy Shampoo, but it was 1977's Star Wars that catapulted her to international fame.
Will somebody get this big walking carpet out of my way?
The brash Princess Leia Organa made Carrie an overnight symbol of empowerment.
What the hell are you doing? Somebody has to save our skins.
Carrie broke the mold of Hollywood starlet and established herself as witty, opinionated, and bold, both on and off screen.
A little short for a stormtrooper.
Carrie continued with Disney family comedy Sunday Drive.
You are a kidnapper, aren't you? I knew it. Kidnapper?
Carrie's on-camera career thrived with a multitude of parts in popular films over the years.
I've got the perfect guy. I don't happen to find him attractive, but you might. She doesn't have a problem with chins.
As an author, Carrie satirized the underbelly of show business, exposing her own flaws in the process. She bared her soul to the world, always brave and outspoken about her personal struggles.
I have my areas of certainty, and then I have my areas of self-doubt. You know, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, or puts you on a talk show.
Carrie's sharp wit and sense of humor made her a sought-after Hollywood script doctor, with uncredited contributions to popular films.
It's Peter Pan.
In 2015, she returned to the role that made her career in Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
No matter how much we fought, I've always hated watching you leave.
She was very strong, very smart, very funny. There are not very many people like her.
I'm the best friend you can have, because I'm loyal, because I'm alert, because I'm fierce, because I will go the distance with you. May the Force be with you.
Carrie has been an iconic part of the Star Wars franchise you saw from the very beginning, and she will always hold a very special place in our hearts and the hearts of fans around the world. We all miss her talent, her wit, and her friendship. She certainly left a mark on the world and on our company. This December, we will release her final film, Star Wars: The Last Jedi, and as always, she brought her trademark strength, her heart, and her humor to the role, which is a truly, truly legendary performance. Carrie Fisher was an original, and there never will be another. We are very fortunate to have known her, to have honored her for her work, and certainly we're fortunate to have worked with her. We're incredibly proud to call her a Disney legend. Carrie's daughter, Billie Lourd, could not be with us today, but she sent a letter for me to share with all of you. As far back as I can remember, my mom and I have been Disney fanatics. I was so obsessed with Ariel that I wanted to change my name. And we went to Disneyland so much that I now realize she might have even loved it more than I did. So becoming a part of the Disney family was truly an amazing moment for her. She secretly always wanted to be a Disney princess, so getting to be a Disney princess and a Disney legend would have been her ultimate dream. I wish I could be there to accept this award on her behalf, but I'm unfortunately currently working on American Horror Story. I am beyond grateful to Mr. Iger and everyone at Disney for this incredible honor. Thank you again, and may the Force be with you always. Carrie, may the Force be with you always.
Iconic hero Luke Skywalker to an entire generation of filmgoers. Mark made his television debut in 1970 on General Hospital, and many more TV appearances followed.
All right, you goons have had your fun. Now, why don't you just cool it?
I'd racked up about 148 credits before doing a feature film.
But it was 1977's blockbuster Star Wars that made Mark a household name, captivating the imaginations of millions to learn the ways of the Force from their newfound Jedi hero.
I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm here to rescue you.
The breakout success of Star Wars launched an unprecedented franchise and an international phenomenon, Tomorrowland, and hunting for treasure in Neverland Pirates for Disney Junior. Mark's career in entertainment has been touched by magic and a sense of destiny. Whether piloting through the stars or wishing upon a star, all the while staying in close contact with the fans, young and old, who have supported him along the way.
It's almost moving when you really think about how we've affected so many people, inspired so many people, but I'm telling you, it's a gift and something that I will never take for granted.
Like so many of you, I've been a fan of Mark Hamill since the first time I saw him swing a lightsaber a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. But I just realized watching that we both got our start at ABC in the 70s. Mark worked for General Hospital. I worked for all my children and one life to live. Something in common. I think neither of us imagined that we'd wind up where we are today, but Mark, I think we did okay. Throughout his career, Mark's performances have captivated audiences around the world. But for the die-hard Star Wars fans, he certainly is revered as Luke Skywalker. The world has held its breath for his return to that iconic role since that last scene in The Force Awakens, that last few moments. And having seen his performance, his entire performance in The Last Jedi, I can tell you, it's worth the wait. We're thrilled to have that incredible franchise at Disney and very proud that Mark is part of the Disney family. So please welcome Disney legend, Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill.
Gratitude, and it's impossible. I thought of that quote by baseball great Lou Gehrig. Today I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. It's true. Now, of course, I have to thank George Lucas, or I wouldn't be standing here. And beyond George, the thousands of people that worked on those films behind the camera, in front of the camera. Would the movies be as impactful without the brilliance of John Williams' music? I don't think so. So I was taught that in theater school that theater is a composite art. Their family, and so many stories from kids that saw the original films grown up now, sharing it with their young children, very much in the style of the Disney animated classics. So it was a particular thrill. Hey, I was thrilled when Star Tours opened. I thought anything that I was even remotely connected to is now an attraction at the greatest theme park on the planet. I mean, so, to give the company its due, I have been a Disney fan as long as I can remember. Those comic strips were delivered to my front door on a daily basis. Sundays were extra special with the multi-tiered big cartoons, all in full color. Disney provided me a tutorial of how I could make my dreams come true by lifting the curtain. I mean, I hadn't even started grade school when I saw Clarence Nash recording a Donald Duck cartoon, and a light bulb went off in my head. This man gets up every morning, kisses his wife goodbye, drives to the studio, and makes Donald Duck cartoons. I want that job. Unfortunately, I do a horrible Donald Duck. But like I say, the making of, ask my wife Mary Lou, my daughter Chelsea, my son Nathan. Griffin is a martial arts instructor. He teaches children martial arts, and I'm proud of him for putting his students first. He couldn't be here today. But to establish my Disney credentials as a fan, Nathan's middle name is Elias, and that's no accident. So thank you, Walt Disney, for telling me that if I wished upon a star, my dreams really could come true. And finally, I would love to give my deepest respects for the super cool space sis I have in Carrie Francis Fisher. I loved her, and we were like siblings, the good and the bad. We'd have huge fights and not speak to it. You're such a phony. But we loved each other, and what a great thrill it was to come back in The Force Awakens at that time in our lives. there was a comfort level with each other. We could rely on each other, and there was a deep respect. I know if she were here this morning, she would have flipped me the bird at least twice already. So thank you all so much. I'm so humbled and so grateful, and I love you all. Thank you.
We both sworn an oath to not give away any secrets about the next film, but I'm going to give one away. This is Mark's best performance as Luke Skywalker to date, and you will see that I am right. Thank you, Mark. Congratulations.
Go get him!